Hey, hello everyone. Let's talk about Callback Hell or Pyramid of Doom in JavaScript. Callback Hell is a situation which occurs when multiple callback functions are nested inside each other. This will happen when we deal with multiple async operations. In order to handle that, we will create multiple callback functions, right? So in that case, every callback wait for the previous callback, thereby forming the pyramid of doom. It will create a pyramid kind of structure actually. This is something affects the maintainability of the code, and readability also is very less. Callback hill is not recommended in JavaScript, but in order to understand the other concepts like promise and async await, the need for understanding callback hill is necessary. In the previous video, we talked about callback. Now let's see about callback hill. In order to understand this, I took the scenario like we're gonna draw apple in paint, and the drawn image has to be sent in an email. So what are all the steps? You have to open the paint app and you have to draw the apple. Then you have to save the apple. Then you have to send the image. Opening the paint tab will take some time, like 1 second or 2 seconds, and draw the apple will take some time, like 5 seconds, 4 seconds. So each of these steps will take some time. So all of these are asynchronous operations, and in order to handle that, of course, we will create a functions first. Then as it is multiple async operations, we will create a different callback functions, right? And in order to execute these, of course, we'll be forced to create a callback hell. Let's see each of these in action. Okay, first let me create a function for each of these steps. Then I will demonstrate how callback can be used, and finally we will see the callback hell. Okay, first let me create a function for each of these operations. So we need to create a function for opening the paint tab. Okay, so function open paint, that's my function name. Okay, console.log opening paint application. Okay, this is my first step. It will take some time, so I'm gonna use the set timeout method. It takes one callback as an argument, and what is that is I'm gonna console.log. What will happen is after some time paint is opened. Okay, it will open after 1000 milliseconds, means after 1 second, right? Now I'm gonna write my next function, which is draw apple. So function draw apple, this is my next function. So console.log started drawing apple. Okay, now in order to complete the drawing, it will take some time, so I'm gonna use a set timeout method. Okay, it takes one callback function as an argument, so console.log. After some time, what will happen is apple is drawn. Okay, in order to complete that, it will take some time. Let me take like 3 seconds. Okay, once apple is drawn, then we have to save the image, right? So that's my next function, save image. Console.log, I'm saving the image, right? It will take some time, so set timeout function. It takes one callback function as an argument, right? So console.log, after some time, what will happen is image saved, and the image will be saved, right? So let me take like after 1 second, image is saved. Okay, and one more function what I need is after saving the image, I have to send the image, right? So function send image, it's also gonna be a similar format, console.log sending the image. It will take some time, right? So set timeout again, sorry. One callback as an argument, console.log image will be sent, right? Image sent. It will be sent after 1000 milliseconds. I mean 1 second. Okay. Now we have created separate function for each of these operations, right? Now, if I want to perform the synchronous way, right, what I have to do is I have to call each method one by one, right? Open paint and draw apple, then save image, and then send image. Remember, each of them consisting of asynchronous operation. Okay. Now, if I try synchronous, what will happen is if you look at the output, right, it open the paint image, then it opening the paint application, then paint has to be opened. That should be the next step, right? But instead of that, it doesn't wait for the next one, and it's like the I can see some collapsed output. It is not expected. So in order to handle this, we have to use the callbacks, right? Callbacks means in the open paint, right? Have to call the draw apple. Just draw apple has to happen after this open paint is completed. So what will happen is first opening paint application will come. This will be executed first, and then it will come and look for this paint is open. I mean after 1 second the paint will be open. Okay. Then only this callback will be executed. Draw apple will executed. It will start. Let me showing the output. So this is how we need to use the callback in the main function. We have to give the function name of the callback function. In my case, my callback function is drawApple. So first open paint will be executed, then drawApple will be executed. Okay, let me show you open paint. Inside that drawApple is a callback function. Okay, now if I execute this, first opening paint application, then paint is opened. Okay, then started drawing apple after 3 seconds. Apple is drawn. Okay, this is how we can use a callback, right? Now after this drawApple, I have to save the image, right? For that I have to wait till drawApple has to get complete, right? So in that case, this drawApple also should be a callback, and for send image, like this also needs a callback, right? So what I'm gonna do is instead of this method name, I can make it as a callback because I can pass the function name when I'm calling the method. Right now, this draw apple. I'm sorry, I'm messing with words. Draw apple and drawback. It is draw apple. This also requires a callback, right? And save image also requires a callback. Okay, and send image is a final function, so it doesn't require the callback. Now, what will happen is first open paint will be executed, then draw apple will executed, then save image, and then the send image. Okay. Now, how we are going to achieve is we have to nest the callbacks inside one by one, right? That's the only way to achieve this. So let's do that. Open paint, right? This is a function. It accepts drawable as a callback, right? And call drawable accepts send image as a callback. Okay, send image accepts. Sorry, it should be save image. Send image accepts. Sorry, save image accepts send image. Send image doesn't have any callback, so let's leave it like this. Now, if you look at it right, we nested the callbacks like open paint has a this callback drawable. Okay, only when open paint is completed, then drawable will run. Only when drawable is completed, save image will run. Only when save image is done, then send image is run. Right? This is a nested callback. Now let's run and see whether it works fine or not. I'm running the code. So opening the paint application, paint is open. Then it started drawing the apple. Apple is drawn. After that, we are saving the image. Image is saved and sending the image. it works just the way we wanted, right? We achieve this using a nested callbacks. Now if you look at it, this way of using nested callback is something called a callback hell. Now if you look at the structure, it is moving towards a pyramid structure, right? It is something called a pyramid of doom or callback hell, right? This is not recommended in JavaScript because now we have only four functions. Consider if you have 10 functions or 20 functions, then this callback hell will increase the pyramid structure more, and which will affect the readability and maintainability of the code. So this is not recommended, but in case of this kind of small functions like two, three functions, then we can use this callback hell or nested callbacks. Okay. So in order to avoid callback hell, there is another mechanisms like promise is there and async commit is there. We will talk about that in next session, but for now we are good with callback hell, right? Thanks for watching.